Welcome to my review of the Virgin Atlantic Airbus 330 upper class cabin and experience. In this video, we're going to cover the seat, the food, the amenities, the service, plus a bonus tip on how we booked this trip on points. Let's get into it. Welcome to Guys Standard. My name is Leo. I am a points enthusiast and my friends are always asking me how we're able to travel across the world for essentially free. So in today's video, you're my friend. All I ask is that if you like it and you find some value, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and press all the little buttons that YouTubers tell you to do down below. So first of all, booking this flight on points. I was able to book this flight in Virgin Atlantic's upper class by transferring American Express points to Flying Blue, which is the currency of Air France and KLM. Because at the time of booking this, there was a 30% bonus for transferring Amex to Flying Blue. Now starting our trip out at the airport, because Virgin is part of the SkyTeam Alliance, we did have access to the Delta Lounge. However, even though it was an upper class ticket, you're not treated like a Delta One customer. So we had to stand in line to wait to get into the lounge. How are you feeling at the start of the vacation?
It's not so good. It's only gonna get better.
It should be like Delta One should be the same as
yes.
Yeah.
It's not a true partnership.
However, once we're in there, as I mentioned, this lounge is one of our favorite. The food selection is just okay, but the bar service is always good. And then you have the outer deck where it is that you can plane watch and be in an open air area. So I like this lounge. It's one of my favorites in the Atlanta area. So made our way down from the lounge to the boarding area. Boarding was pretty seamless. We got onto the plane. The seats in upper class are laid out in a 1-to-1 configuration. So typically if you're traveling together, you would book 2 middle seats. However, when we're on these long flights, my wife wanted nothing to do with me. So we booked 2 windows so she could sit and watch her movies and we could both enjoy a window seat. Pre-departure drink, you had your selection of either champagne, water, or juice. Obviously, I opted for the champagne, which was really good. The pre-boarding video on this Virgin flight was just as creative as you might imagine from a Richard Branson type product. This cool little animation and cartoon story took you through everything you needed to know about the plane. Once in the air, we checked out the menu for food service, which had a myriad of different things from starters to mains to dessert. But before we get into the food, let's take a quick seat tour. So the first cool thing on this seat was that it had wireless charging. There's also traditional charging as well. Nice large screen with a good selection of TV shows and movies for you to enjoy for your entertainment viewing. At the time I was on the flight, I did not realize that you could use your own Bluetooth headphones to connect to the screen. However, it was not a problem because Virgin also provides its own set of high quality headphones for you to use. Were more than capable and worked well on the flight. Then we had the tray table, which was nice and perfect for all of the amazing food that was about to come. Food service started with a hot napkin for you to freshen up, and then they served some chips as an appetizer. Then they brought out the fancy silverware and butter, along with the infamous gold plain salt and pepper shakers. I opted for a glass of red wine. Also got a sparkling water, and then it was time for bread service. I opted for the cheese bread, but there was a myriad of different choices for you to choose from. Then dinner service started with the shrimp cocktail appetizer, which was pretty good. And then I opted for the fried chicken because it seemed like the best out of all of the options. But the fried chicken was actually pretty good. And then lastly, it was dessert, which was my favorite. It was this little chocolate cup, which wasn't huge, but was like the perfect amount. The cup and the spoon was made out of chocolate, which was a pretty nice touch as well for you to eat and then use the spoon and then finally eat the spoon once you're done with it. And then it had the right amount of ice cream, and then the raspberry just added a nice little tart flavor. It might have been my favorite thing throughout the entire meal was the dessert. Once dinner service was over, it was time to relax and take advantage of the lay flat and go to sleep. Another nice touch of Virgin Airlines is that they do provide pajamas on flight. So I took the pajamas, went to the bathroom, quick little bathroom tour there. Bathroom is nothing particularly epic to write home about, but the bathroom does have Ren products available inside of it. Change into the pajamas and they made a big difference in terms of getting perfectly cozy.
They're so comfortable. I don't like the high neck.
Back to the seat tour. You do have some additional storage and enough space to put your stuff in the seat. And then the goodie bag comes with all of the regular stuff that you'd imagine to have on a business class flight. They provided Ren products there. You have your moisturizer, your eye balm, your toothbrush, your toothpaste, all the things that you need to stay fresh and clean throughout and after the flight. To control the screen if you need to, it is touchscreen. However, you do have the remote control also built into the seat as well for additional control. And the cool thing about these new upper class seats is that the privacy screen closes completely to give you complete privacy from the people that are across from you when it is that you're ready to relax. Then the air hostess helped me make my bed, transforming the seat from the seat to a lie flat bed so I could go to sleep. Comes with a mattress cover and a duvet to make yourself more cozy and more comfortable to sleep on. And then one of the things I'm always concerned about on these flights are the footwell. I have a size 14 foot, so my foot fitting into them while it is that I'm trying to sleep, or even if I'm just relaxing, laying flat and looking at the screen, can my foot fit in there? My big old feet were able to fit in there with no problem. And I also sleep on my side, so I had no problem sleeping on my side when it came time to go to sleep. So I was pretty comfortable. I passed out and had some sleep. And this is one of the main reasons for booking business class, because even though it was a short flight, I was able to get some sleep, and we were landing in London in the morning and had a long day ahead of us. So I was able to get really good rest on the flight, so we're able to hit the ground running and sightseeing once we got into the London area. Woke up with 55 minutes left in the flight and it was time for breakfast. The only downside on the flight was I would have opted for the American breakfast, but they were out of it by the time they got to me, so I opted for the British breakfast. Had some eggs, potatoes and beans. Was just meh, not my favorite, but also not what I would have ordered, so that was okay. Definitely would be other people's vibes, but just wasn't my particular vibe there, but was still a good breakfast. And then changed back into my regular clothes and was greeted with some British heart candy, and then it was time for landing. Overall, this was an amazing flight. I would definitely recommend it. The food, the service, the quality of the seat, the ability to rest, everything was top notch and met all my expectations, and I would definitely recommend this plane over some of the older Virgin Atlantic products. If you like this video, like I said, drop it a like, hit the subscribe button and a notification. And if you want to see some of my other business class reviews, go ahead and click this video right here, and I'll see you over there in the next one. Big up yourself. Peace.